What happened to
The fuck?
Just immediately no Delvin. Yeah.
I'm
how we
still
did.
not here?
No, you're here.
You are
You just
now.
weren't here in the beginning.
You
The fuck?
rejoined in the middle of the intro. It was like Delvin has
Yeah.
rejoined the call. Do you have internet in your new house, your new room?
Yes, I do.
Is it
Are
wired?
you sure?
No, it's not wired. It's Wi-Fi because I'm
Yeah,
way
that's
far
it.
away from the box.
You need a
But even
Wi-Fi
so-
extender. You need a
Why,
Wi-Fi
why
extender.
do we do this? Why do
Last
we do
week it
this?
worked perfectly.
That was last week.
It was last week.
Yeah, somebody could be
Yeah.
using Netflix. Your neighbor could be doing something. Like there's 1,000 things. It could be a reason why it's not working now, but it worked
me
before.
see.
That's not how the internet works. I'm talking to my grandfather all over again. It worked
I have
last
to
week.
drive. We need to just show up at Delvin's house and fix everything.
Yes, you should show up at my house. That's a good idea.
This is just madness.
Dev, I'm going to Death Valley. Dev, by the way, DVD.
Yes.
I'm going
DVD.
to. I'm going to run some cable here at my house. I think this
Good.
week or next week.
Good. Take some to Delvin. Run him some cable.
Not Ethernet cable. I was talking to Sean yesterday on Sweet Hangs. I could plug it. And we were talking. I was like, man, it'd be nice if I had like a mini PC or something I hook up to my TV. I could have my same PC experience over there that I have here. And I'm not trying to like stream or anything like that.
Mhm.
And I started diving down the rabbit hole last night. I'm in good spirits, by the way. I was off yesterday. I'm off today. Didn't do a damn thing. Just
Very
laying
nice, very
around,
nice.
catching up on TV, playing video games. Like very nice. Middle of the week little staycation. So I'm diving down this rabbit hole. I almost bought an HDMI transmitter and it's like way too expensive.
That shit
And
don't
then
work.
I came across this audio visual channel on YouTube. This guy that works at a church, and he's like connecting all these different cameras and everything to a soundboard. He's talking about long runs, and because HDMI, you can't really go more than like 20 feet with HDMI before you start losing. So he starts talking about how great HDMI optical cables are. And I bought one. There's one on sale on Amazon. So I'm gonna get in the roof. I'm gonna get in the ceiling of my basement, and I'm gonna run an HDMI cable from my PC to my television across the room, and see how it works.
What does the
Yeah,
HDMI output cable do? I'm curious.
It's just an HDMI
It's
cable.
just an
that you
HDMI
can go
cable
longer.
over light. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
optical cables, you can do stuff with longer distances over light. So an optical cable is just a light cable.
Without
Gotta
loss.
be careful with it because
Yeah.
can't break them.
Yeah.
Like, you bend them around, it'll break. So you have to have a nice clean run. But it is a much better way of sending signals over longer distances. You can also do HDMI over Ethernet. There's ways to do that.
I looked
as
at
well.
those too. Yeah. I'm interested in seeing if I can pull this off, because if I can, could be groundbreaking. I was talking to Sean. I was like, I could get rid of the Xbox, maybe drop down to a Series S. Or like, I don't even like maybe altogether. Like, who knows?
You know, when
we'll
you
see.
got your PC, the first one, we talked about this. I said you
I
should
don't remember.
get some cable and run it to the television.
Jeff,
'cause
nobody
I know-
listens to you. You're out there in Death Valley. You can't.
That is true.
It doesn't make any sense.
I agree.
Well, welcome, Internet, to the Play Some Video Games podcast.
Our internet. Not Elvin's internet.
I've showed y'all proof this time.
He's
It's
still
just-
getting there.
Just because you're sending me an internet speed test
That's not that
doesn't
great.
mean that it's
That's
solid
way
connection.
better than what I was running before.
The problem is it's over Wi-Fi, and Wi-Fi can be interrupted very easily.
Yeah, like you could have some aluminum foil and like it all goes to shit.
Yeah,
Probably was
Wall, every wall between your router and that PC is lost.
So what I should do is I should just go in there and just knock down every wall. It's a good idea.
You
I
could
mean, if you want
why
an
you gotta
open
go
concept, sure.
Why do you got to throw everything out? Like you could punch a hole, you could run a wire. Like there's lots of things you got to do besides taking the whole wall down.
And there he goes. He's gone. See? Case in point.
Where's JV when we need him? JV's been promoted. What? Jeez. We'll see whenever he comes back. Whenever Prime makes it back.
Yeah,
You went
we're,
to take
we're gonna
out the
have
wall.
to show this man to run some internet. Take down all the walls. So turn your house into like an arcade. Just open floor plan and just call it a day. You've got the arcade cabinets. Why not just go all the way out?
I'm excited to try this out. I got Jack. I got a little like wand grabber that I could grab the cable and move it over the tile, so I don't have to get up on ladders and stuff.
Nice.
It's not bad.
Nice.
Like, dude, total project $40.
It's not
I
bad
got
at all.
little clips that I can attach it to the wall, so it looks all nice and clean. You know, so I'm not trying to do like no Garrett stuff over here.
Yeah, we don't want to have
We don't
any
do that
cable
here.
management like Garrett Bland.
Yeah,
That is cable mismanagement. We don't subscribe to that.
the
here at
cable was
Video Games.
50% off. It was you could get 30 feet for $29.99, or I got 100 feet for like $36.99. I was like, give me the 100. We'll figure it out.
Nice.
Can't be that bad.
Very, very nice. I hope
I have
that
no
it all
idea how
works out.
far I need to go once I like maneuver down and around, and so I was
Yeah.
like 100 will definitely get there.
Yeah, you'll have room to spare. That way, you'll be able to have slack in case you need it. You've got options. 100 feet is good. You got options.
I'm excited. The idea of having like a wireless keyboard and mouse over sitting on my chair, having all my games, having my TV set up just like I have it set up over here. It sounds intriguing.
I just wish anybody would ever listen to me.
You got to find it, like you got to be ready for it, you got to find it on your own.
We talked about this on
Dev, how's your week?
God.
Somebody tried to take out the president, dude.
They did. They sure did.
Oh my God.
I
bought a car that day, so like I completely missed it.
You missed everything, yeah.
Yeah, like
I
came home.
was like, Donnie is oddly
I was
silent.
like, what? Something,
Yeah.
We weren't even in it. Like we were completely gone.
I mean, I miss those days when you could just not be on the internet and not be connected, and stuff happens, and you just happen to hear about it on the nightly news.
It was quite nice. I was like, wow, we just missed all of this news
The
today.
disconnection, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, Donnie is oddly silent. And also the picture of the car, I was like, oh, he was out buying a car because he was forced to.
It was almost 2 hours away. I had to drive it all the way back, no registration, no insurance.
Jesus.
Heartbeat for racing. Like, oh my God, please nobody hit me.
Oh,
Because if they did, I was just gonna get out and get my wife's car and be like, just go. Just go. Let's get out of here.
Just leave it.
I don't know whose fucking car that is. I don't know that guy.
Yeah. Fuck these firewall. Do you even know what a firewall is?
Yes.
What's a firewall, Delvin?
Whatever it was, I cut that motherfucker off, and it started working perfectly.
That
So we'll
has
see if we back in
nothing to
the game.
do with what's happening. That doesn't matter.
No, it wasn't the Wi-Fi, because it kept saying that my Wi-Fi was an unknown network. I'm like, no, it's
Maybe
not,
it was
motherfucker.
seeing his. I don't know.
You're telling me the Wi-Fi I use is an unknown network? No, it's not.
It doesn't matter. Let's not talk about Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
We are on a clock. We are going until 11:30 and then show ends. So we will
I
stop
don't
the
believe
show
that at all.
wherever
it's-
we
it's
are.
ending.
No, it's happening.
8:30,
I have
it's
to
over.
go. I have to be at work early.
I'm leaving at 8:30. I'm out.
You
should
may
be-
leave at 8:30.
I'm leaving at 8:30.
You should be happy about this because you get
I'm
to go to bed
ecstatic.
before midnight.
I'm ecstatic.
So then get your goddamn internet together, fix your shit so you can stop dropping out.
You're a leader here at PSVG. You're embarrassing us.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be an
That's not true at all.
example for the rest of us. What's Haley
don't
supposed to think?
They
You
don't
show up
respect
like
me.
this.
Disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. So
I'm
Donnie
not going
bought
to
a
be on
car.
Shaq this week. So you've got Shaq. I don't think I'm going to be on Shaq next week either.
Hey, we got it. Me and Rebecca got it. Just
We'll
us
see.
Oh,
alone.
Does your internet got it though? That's the
Yeah,
question.
we got it.
Yeah, that's what I'm all
I'm
ready.
not worried about whether or not you can do the show. I'm worried about whether or not you can put the show on the internet.
Yeah, we can. It'll be fine. Now, if anything, I'll go to my daughter's room and do the show where the router is at, and I can just plug in.
Why is the router in your daughter? How did she finagle?
'Cause
You
that
know what?
needs that
You
internet.
know
That's-
what? Never mind.
That's where they put the internet originally at in the house. That's why.
That's where the cable plug is.
Yes, correct.
I know.
And I'm not
Fix
going
it.
to go through that to move that. No.
Just run some coax, dude.
It's not that hard.
Yeah.
Will you come over here from Death Valley like the goddamn Undertaker and do it? I'm not doing that bullshit. What, I look like a goddamn cable man?
Coming in 134 pounds from Death Valley, California.
Did you say 134?
I don't know.
Damn, a
what you are, yeah.
crackhead.
Damn, that was my high school weight.
You're very little
That's a-
compared to me. So
I'm about 200 pounds
Base-
right now.
okay.
Oh, I am bigger than you. I am Big
I'm
John
much
Stud
bigger.
compared to you.
I'm not a large man. Not gonna
Smoker
lie.
Joe's taking bids for the job. He said he got him a bucket of rice. So get over there, and run some cable.
There you go.
You might get
Delvin, all right. I'm gonna say this. We're gonna get off this. You need Wi-Fi extenders. Google that. Amazon Wi-Fi
I
extenders.
think I have one. I got to find it.
or internet pods. You need Google Home or the smart home internet pods. Get those.
I think I have it. I just have to find the one I
Get
have.
your little mesh set up.
Yeah,
to
get
go.
a little mesh going. You'll be good. You'll be good to go.
Computer will still say it's the wrong internet, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, like what internet is like? No, it's the same internet you used goddamn yesterday. What are you talking about? Like, no, we
You've
don't think
got a
so.
virus on your machine. There's some malware in there somewhere.
That might be accurate, but I don't know what it's from.
We no longer automatically stream live to Twitter because Elon changed the Twitter API. So
Screw you, Elon. You can go to hell.
I did tweet like an embedded Twitch channel link, so like people on Twitter can still follow us. But hopefully they make it. They find us. Hopefully we don't just lose, like a 20% of our audience.
Just come on YouTube.
I mean, I'm a
Come
YouTube
on,
guy.
Twitch.
Sign up for alerts, ring the bell, and you'll just be notified. There you go.
We'll soon be streaming on Pornhub, so just go on there. Just watch it there.
I would wish.
I know
I would
some
drop
of you are
Twitter in a
already
heartbeat
there
if you could
anyway.
just stream directly to Pornhub.
We definitely
that's what-
could.
I mean, that's where the
That's
viewers
why your
are.
computer's not working, Delvin. 'cause
That's
of
where the
Pornhub.
people are. Like, if anything, the
Yeah,
internet's not it. That's where the people
I
are.
don't use my computer for Pornhub. like a scrub.
I don't believe you.
Got iPads for that.
You're in a bedroom now with a laptop. Sus.
Yeah, blaring some R&B music,
Babyface.
some
Got some
2000
incense
thread,
light.
Get myself
sheets.
in the mood.
Bed's looking real comfy.
Sometimes you got to romance yourself down.
TV on the stand on the dresser. If you've ever seen anything about the amateur videos, it's that.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
Yeah.
the setup. Yeah.
that is true.
Anyway, moving on. We
Hey,
had
Counterpunk,
11:30.
fuck you.
Move.
So yeah, Donnie bought a car. Delvin, you do anything fun this weekend or this week?
Oh yeah, I kind of did. I can give you a quick. Well, I went to Universal Studios for one thing, which was
Nice.
pretty fun.
That
Went and
is
had a
something fun
flaming
to do.
mo. It's a good
Nice.
drink.
Nice.
Not too bad.
This is the first drink I've had in like 2 weeks
Wow.
because I've just been too lazy to go to the store.
Unfortunately, flaming mo is
That'll do
non-alcoholic.
I didn't go today. I ordered it. I was like, I still didn't go. I was just like, well, it's been
not
long
good.
enough. Like, let's just have somebody. Because I still haven't got, I just got the registration for the Jetta today. It was a whole story. I'm not going to tell it here, but I told it on Sweet Hangs. It was a whole thing.
Listen to Skin Hangs.
Jesus.
So my insurance doesn't start on the Jetta until tomorrow. So I can't like drive it. So I was like, fuck it.
You
Yeah,
can.
you can
just
drive it. What are you talking about? This is what
drove it
black
here.
people do
I
regularly.
drove it. I drove
Exactly.
it
We
home.
drive with no insurance, no time.
Insurance.
No
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Suggestion.
I have driven it.
Insurance registration suggestions.
I've driven it like 3 times. I drove it to get like
Three?
the radios.
I've
I
been
drove it to
driving
get
that
the
shit
radio
all
system look like. I drove it to get gas. I drove it to pick up my daughter.
I'd have drove that shit for like 6 months.
Yeah.
Get it.
Sir,
It
you don't
gets
have no
tinted.
tag or something?
It
Sorry,
gets
I'm trying to
tinted
know that.
Friday. So Delvin, you went to Universal. What's the other thing?
Yeah. Oh,
And then pull out a toy that doesn't work.
a continuation of last week's story.
What kind of toy? Are we still on the Pornhub thing, or
I got the shoes,
which ones?
Oh,
the heifers.
Yeah, now that's a fucking shoe right there.
Yeah.
That's
if
a
only
came
his
in.
lighting were decent.
Fila. Every time I see that, my mom dated this dude named Greg when I was in like 3rd or 4th grade. He hit her and she hit him. It was a mutual like abusive
Mutual
relationship.
love.
And he was like this ginger with this big feather ginger hair, and he wore Fila everything, Fila and Fubu constantly. White dude,
Yeah.
100%.
White
tracks.
dudes love the Fubus.
Weird
Yeah,
stuff. man.
absolutely.
Don't know why.
They want.
The
They want.
man
this
was
is
literally
pasty
for
white
us,
as
by
he could
us.
be.
With flaming red hair.
Yeah, they're
And
like,
just walk
for
around like
us,
that
by us. And
constantly.
they were like, yeah, that means me.
Yeah, that's him.
Look,
Look
you're
at
always
John
going to have
32.
one or two.
That's Greg. Yeah. I'm telling you, I'll never forget him. Yeah. She broke his nose. I was really proud of my mom. I was like, fuck,
Good job, Mom.
He broke her heart. She broke his nose. Sounds great.
good shoes. I like the
The
heifers.
more and more I hear about your mom, I appreciate her. I understand the struggle.
I don't like. I'm refraining from telling you the other story.
Well, you know, I can't get into that story, but I have very dysfunctional.
She
family,
stood on
so I can
business. I mean, if that's what you're talking about, like that was
I have
definitely
very
my mom.
dysfunctional family members, so I can relate to your mom.
Yeah.
And the struggles you had dealt with your mom. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell any of those stories here because I have people in my family who listen.
We'll
to this
do it.
show.
We'll do like a special episode one day.
Yeah, we need to go back to like the PSVG After Dark episodes. Those were always fun.
DLC. I owe
Just the
Delvin a
DLC,
DLC
just
episode. We just never
unhinged.
did it.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the next one up, and then we cut it. We were like, well,
Then we just,
this is it. We're never doing this again.
Is it the whole thing? Well, fuck that. And I just came on and just started telling deal stories
We
over
should
here.
like do it, but like just air it on Delvin's. Like it's better on his podcast feed than ours, probably.
That would be fun.
Yeah,
Let's
so
just
tell
do
me.
it there.
Maybe we'll do that.
That'd be cool.
That's not a bad idea.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'll be glad.
So Delvin's got feelers. Donnie's got a Jetta.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything but clean my PC. I just cleaned it off. There was an
That
issue
sounds
with
fun.
one of my SATA cables, and so one of my drives wasn't loading, was causing a boot error where my system would just sit at the BIOS screen. So
What the
that took a
fuck?
while. I'm like, is it the hard drive? Is it the SATA controller? It happened to be just one of the cables. So
Whole PC's broke. New PC.
yeah, no, just
Throw it in the
popped it
ocean.
up, put a new cable in, cleaned out some of the dust, and now we're back up and running.
Nice.
But it's been hot as hell, so I have had my PC off in this room because it gets too hot.
Yeah, Death Valley.
Because I live in Death Valley.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's insane.
Death Valley. I can imagine. You, The Undertaker, Walter White. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I wish I had their money, but whatever. All right, moving on.
Video games.
Video games and news. Where do you want to start, Danny?
You guys want to? I mean, I'm playing college football. Like that's an easy one. What are you guys playing?
I ain't playing
I'm
shit.
not playing a goddamn thing.
What? You guys got to play things. We're called play some video games.
You are the some
You
video
are the
games.
some video games.
Oh my fucking god.
we play other things.
I'm playing EA college football. I'm on my EA play trial, which has been exhausted, so I can't play tomorrow. But that's okay because I got to go to work tomorrow. It's a really busy day, so I won't play tomorrow. And then Friday the game's out, so I can pick it back up on Friday.
I did not realize the game wasn't out yet.
Yeah, the game launches Friday. If you bought the special edition, which I didn't, you could play it on Monday. But if you have Game Pass, you have EA Play, and EA Play is a 10-hour trial, which you could play on Monday.
Oh, that's
So
why
I've played
people playing
all
it.
10 hours of that game of the trial so far. The reason I really held off is Team Builder doesn't launch until Friday, which means I can't start my Dynasty until Friday. So
Okay.
I've just been playing. I played a bunch of Exhibition, and then I've been playing Road to Glory. So that's what I ate up the 10 hours with.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm having a blast. The game is great. I'm very interested to see what review scores give it, because if
Me
I was
too.
reviewing it, I'd give it every bit of a 9. I think it's incredible. I think it's by far and away better than like I honestly ever imagined it would be. The animation work that is here in this game make it feel so very different and new from Madden. And I think that alone is what's going to really attract people. I do have some stones to throw, like not really stones, like nitpicks. The gameplay is spot on. It's so arcadey and dumb. The option game has got me all kinds of fucked up, because we talked about before, they essentially reversed it, right? Where you press the button to pitch, now you press the button to keep, and it's got me all kinds of fucked up. I was trying to run the triple option the other day. I legit pitched this ball off this dude's helmet. It flew up in the air. Everybody was like, it was a mad dash. But the gameplay is it's not Madden, right? It's not locked into the animation. It's arcadey. It feels fast. It feels chaotic. It feels unpredictable, and it feels fun. It's not the NCAA that we grew up with. It's not the NCAA of 10
Can't
years
be.
ago,
10
for
years
sure.
ago.
I'm sorry?
I said it can't be, but that was 10 years ago.
Well,
There's no way it
what
could
I
be
meant to say is, so it's got 4 different difficulty levels. I started on the first one. It is way too easy, and it's like ridiculously easy. I then kicked it up to the next one, which I think is senior or veteran or something. I don't know what it is. And then I kicked it up to the next one, which is All-American, and I think there's Heisman. So I'm playing All-American. Heisman is way too hard. All-American, I think, is the best blend of both, where if you play smart and you play well, you'll probably win. If you like your middle, if your teams are well matched, but if you're not and you play dumb, you will get absolutely smoked. But what I was going to say is there's a lot of tricks and cheese that you could do in the old games that I don't think you can do in this game. The defense is way smarter. Like it feels like you can't just set people up and lock them in and like throw it all over the yard and everything like you used to. However, 10 hours into the game, the more I've played, I have found more plays that you can exploit and actually find some of those things. They're just different, right? The old methods no longer work, but there are new methods that still do work. There's a lot of like O-line protections that you can do to still like kind of go crazy Michael Vick in the backfield stuff. When I first started playing, that shit seemed real bottled up. I started running around and took some serious sacks, but I wasn't setting up my protections right. Once you kind of get a hang of that, you can kind of get really crazy with it and super fun. And I appreciate that. The nitpicks that I have with it, having played Road to Glory so much, I have seen so many of the same intro and outro cutscenes, right? Like I wish maybe they had varied that up a little bit. I've already heard a lot of the same announcing lingo already. I'm hoping when Dynasty it like mixes that up, but in Road to Glory, I'm already seeing the same thing. They also have this weird thing in Road to the Glory, which is like their it's like the show mode where you pick one single player and you take them to try and become the Heisman and all that. Where you level up your character, you have to like keep your grades up and like there's like this little decision making thing and people contacting your cell phone, and there are these little buckets that you can like put skill points into every week. And every time you do it, you can reach a threshold that like gives you like a power up. But the problem is when you pick them, the bar will go up and then it'll go back down and it'll go back up and go back down. So every time it hits that threshold, I keep seeing the same splash screen for that power up. I've seen the same power up like 100 times, and I wish they would just nix that. Like I don't need to keep having to progress through the same screen. There's like little things like that, but ultimately, I don't want to lose track of the important part. The gameplay is right. The game looks incredible. Like visually, it looks way better than Madden does, in my opinion. The animations and the detail that the crowd has, that the stadiums have. When you're playing in a hostile environment, which I've played a few like night games on the road, when the crowd gets into a third down, like it comes alive. It feels like college football, and that's something I have never felt in Madden. It's great. It's fantastic. It's everything I wanted it to be. And I'll just say that. And I'm very eager to looking forward to like see what people score it. Because if they scored last year's Madden a 6, this game's a 10. Like this game is way better than that. But I would personally probably rate it somewhere around about a 9. Like I've got things that I think were better, but it very much does. It does feel like that first game, that first generation game out of the box. Like it, like I can see there's areas to improve, but this feels like if Madden had 3 or 4 years to build a brand new game, and boom, they hit us with this, and that's what it feels like. That's what it feels like to play.
Let me ask you the $1 million question. Now I know, damn left. You like fuck this question.
Melon's fucking us up. I don't know.
I said
I heard $1 million question, and
they was like, fuck that shit. This is where I exit. I was gonna ask. I know it's not going to win, but could this be one of those games where they put up there in the game of the year conversation because it's
no, I don't think so.
College football
I
or
disagree.
sports game of the year?
I think it can. There were 700,000 people playing this game last night.
I saw 822.
So it went up. It went even higher.
Yeah, and that's an
College
early
football,
access console only.
Yeah, and you have to either have bought the deluxe edition or the MVP edition of what that comes with Madden to have that early access,
or have Game Pass,
or have
EA.
Game Pass.
Yeah,
no, or EA Play. Yeah, only on console because it's not on PC.
Only on console.
So I really think that this is college football is different. It's not Madden. I think there is a much higher amount of people, threshold of people who are into college football and what that means and the pageantry of college football who don't care about the NFL or Madden. This captures a whole different audience than just what Madden does. And I do think there is a possibility that we see this in like legit like game of the year contender.
I think it might win sports game of the year. It's not going to be in game of the year at the outlets. I just don't think any sports game is ever going to get that sort of credit.
I think it might. I think this is one of the ones that has a choice.
I would be.
I don't think it'll win.
Shocked if it was even nominated.
I think it'll be nominated. I don't think it'll win.
No, it's not going to be nominated.
I think it'll be nominated. I think this is different. This one's different, and this also shows you what can happen with sports games when you don't build them in 9 months, and you actually have cycle.
I don't hold that against
build
them
the
because
game.
that is their model, right?
I
They
don't hold it
build an
against them
engine,
either.
and then they iterate off of it, and that's how they make their money.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. It just just goes to show that like it is nice every now and again when they can take a couple years and really.
Yeah.
So like this game was supposed to come out last year, and they internally delayed it, and I think that we're really wise for it because this game feels very polished in a way that a lot of other games don't. For sure.
Yeah.
That's great.
I'm jazzed to get into everything that I've seen in Dynasty mode looks incredible. So I actually think my approval for this game might even go up, and I haven't even seen the best part yet because I'm still waiting for Team Builder. I didn't want to start it and then only restart it again. And I'm not sure if you guys have seen what I've been sharing in the Discord, but FCS Midwest is fucking taking over the internet. It's my favorite story in video games this year. Do you have any idea what I'm talking about, Delvin?
No, I do not.
All right, so there's Division 1, like Auburn, Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, and then there's Division 2, which is FCS. There are no FCS schools in the game. They didn't have enough time to make those schools. So what they did is they made a couple of them. They're just generics. They're just regional schools. There's like FCS Southwest, FCS Northeast, FCS Midwest. People have started scheduling them in their dynasty modes, and people schedule FCS Midwest thinking it's going to be a cupcake. And apparently FCS is the final boss. FCS Midwest comes to fucking play. They've got like a Mike Vick character at quarterback. They've got a Barry Sanders character at running back. They run no huddle the entire game. And there are people out there on the internet, they're like, I scheduled FCS trying to get a quick win, and I am in the lion tamer right now. They have got me to chokehold. They're posting pictures. They're down 59-0 at halftime. They're just getting worked.
Kickoffs returned on them, punts returned on them. Like, it's ridiculous.
Hester's
I'm like,
kicks.
damn. Yeah, I saw that.
The funniest fucking story I've seen in so long.
That's brilliant.
It is brilliant. It's great marketing on behalf of the game. So, yeah, great game.
Yeah, I definitely have some FOMO, but I think that's past now, and I'm going to be okay.
You think you'll be all right? You'll make it?
I think we'll be all right. JV bought it, so I'll have access to it on Friday.
Oh, well,
then
that's it. There you go. You don't have to worry about it.
We'll see. I don't know.
It's just a bummer that no PC still. Such a bummer. Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm considering potentially either getting rid of my Xbox or like dropping down, but I need one. I need a console to play this game. Like, I have to have something.
Will it be on PC?
Get your PS5. Just, swap the cable.
Buy it again. Like, I thought about it. I told Jack when we run the cable, I'm going to leave enough slack over here that it could reach the PS5. So that if I'm playing PC, he could play PS5 over there and stuff. Like, yeah, we've thought about it. So
you even just get a splitter.
It's also the Blu-ray, So like, there's still reason. I still do like my Xbox, but the longer it goes, the less and less I feel I need to have it. So,
you still thinking of getting this game, Delvin, or are you?
Yes, I am. I feel a little bit of fun.
Okay.
Oh, hi, Tara. You missed my showing the new shoes. I
was gripping my controller the other night. I was playing All-American.
Was it the Deadpool butt controller? You was grabbing some ass?
What? No. It was a night game. I was in the third quarter against Iowa on the road. I had a 2-point lead. I had them pinned down, and I got a safety to close the game. And I was like, man, this is incredible. It's been so long since I've had this feeling in a sports game. Awesome.
That's great.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Me and Delvin
One day I'll get back to playing games.
On to the news.
All right. 2 months before its official launch date, footage from a fully playable version of Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 was uploaded to YouTube. This leaked version of the game has been spoiling the story and the campaign for Warhammer fans everywhere. And Saber Interactive, along with Focus Interactive, released a statement imploring players to avoid this unfinished build and not spoil the game for those excited to experience it for the first time at launch. They said, we're saddened that this build, which will almost be a year old by the time we launch, is somehow our most eager fans that's how they'll experience the game. And it's just sad. We've seen this happen a few times. Saw it happen with GTA. We saw it happen with Cyberpunk. We've seen this happen several times, and like, this fucking sucks. Why do you got to do this to people?
It does.
Like, even if you came across the cam, like, why do the whole cam? Why release the whole game? Why not just like a snippet? We're like, hey, this is what they're cooking up. Why release the whole thing?
You're being an asshole.
It's gonna get struck down. Like, they're gonna take it offline. It's gonna get DMCA'd. Like, what are you doing?
But they've already got that YouTube clout. They're now a known leaker. So you got to get that clout.
I guess. I haven't seen it, so I don't know what's going on. So I don't give a shit. I'm still buying the game.
I know my most famous story of dealing with something like this was Last of Us 2.
Yeah, that's another one. That was a big one.
That's the one that fucked me up. That's the one I legit got mad over. Like, fuck. Because they was leaking
like
stay off the internet.
Yeah.
It's just like waking up and just like, I don't want to. This is not something I see like.
Game Pass updates. Magical Delicacy comes out on the 16th. Flock on the same day. Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn comes out on the 18th. That's a cool game. Dungeons of Hinterberg on the 18th. Kinitsugami, Path of the Goddess. That's a Capcom new IP. Comes on the 19th. As I mentioned before, there's a 10-hour trial for college football if you've got Game Pass Ultimate, because it's an EA Play. And then in the blog post, there was also this little statement. Let's get to the games, but let's stay in touch, so we have another update for you soon. So they're teasing that they have another Game Pass announcements. This has been it's been widely speculated. We've talked about multiple times that people are expecting Call of Duty announcements to happen to Game Pass soon. Probably Gamescom is what I'd have to guess. So they're
that
teasing
wasn't
something.
Already announced. I would have swore I thought it was.
Insider
announced.
Gaming said that Modern Warfare 3 was coming to Game Pass soon, but didn't know when. That was the last report. So we don't know what they're reading, but it almost certainly seems to be somewhat Call of Duty related and somewhat soon. So stay tuned for Call of Duty news. In other headlines, Microsoft released an Xbox 360 dynamic theme for the Blades UI. There's like a Blades background on your Xbox. You can put that up, which is kind of weird because it's just a background. So you put the Blades up, but then you still navigate
Can't
the
move
same
blades.
OS that you have. Like I don't
Kind
really
of
get that.
defeats the purpose.
Delvin's waiting for it to come to PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll run better.
Speaking of Xbox, Amazon launched the product bundle for the everything you need to play Xbox Game Pass, where you can get a Fire Stick, a controller, and 1 month of Xbox Game Pass for $70. That was on the Amazon Prime Day thing. So you could get that, plug the Fire Stick into your TV, and you could stream Xbox games directly to television.
It's not a bad deal.
No,
How does a Fire Stick work? I still have an unopened Fire Stick in my bedroom. I've never actually used one.
I've never owned
How do you-
or possessed or used a Fire device. I don't have a tablet, a stick, or anything.
It's great.
An Alexa, I don't have any of those things.
Delvin, I don't trust you.
All you do is plug in it, and
I assume it's a Roku, but Amazon. It's like the same thing.
pretty
but
much.
anyway, yeah.
And it just connects to your Amazon account. So once you connect to your Amazon account, all your shit's there. Like, it's just automatically there. Like, oh, this is great.
Speaking of Amazon, Amazon Prime subscribers, if you Google Amazon Prime Gaming, you can pick up PC versions of Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, and Rise
Keep
of
that
Tomb
shit.
Raider for free.
Keep that first one. I
said,
give
"No,
it
thank
back.
you."
I added them for free. They're Epic Game Store, so it's not like
You
it's not
should
it's
give
not
them back.
it's not Luna or anything like that. This is Epic Games Store PC games. So you just go there and you just get the games added to your Epic library for free.
Nah, I'll pass.
I mean, they have games all the time. So if you aren't picking up those free games, you definitely should.
This
Yeah,
one,
I don't know if I'll ever play Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, but I mean, I'll definitely take it for free.
Yeah, absolutely.
It didn't cost me a dime. So,
Too much.
and you get the Tomb Raider anniversary, whatever.
The one that's like
free.
$40 on PlayStation now?
Yeah, for free.
I'll try that one.
Yeah.
That
Just
Suicide
Epic Game
Squad
Store.
game kick
Do you
rock.
have something that you can play games with Epic Game Store?
Yeah, I got my Ally.
I was gonna say, don't say Steam Deck. Do you have an Ally?
Yeah.
Since when? Like, when did you ever? Like, I don't think you ever.
somebody
heard me
buy it
talk
for
to
you?
about it?
Yeah.
Did somebody
I
buy that
mentioned
for
it like
you?
a year ago. My girlfriend bought
Right,
it for
but
me.
that was a year ago. Like, what have you
still
done
have
with
it.
it since?
Nothing.
I use it.
Stop lying.
The games that I can't play on my Steam Deck, I play on the Ally. My son was just loading up a 007 game on there from earlier.
Okay,
Quantum of Solace.
nice.
I use it to play PS3 games.
Yeah, hey, it's a great emulator machine. I get it.
It's my
I-
portable PS3.
I put this story in here just for you, Delvin. Supermassive Games A narrative-focused, single-player Dead by Daylight spin-off game called The Casting of Frank Stone launches September 3rd.
Oh, that's cool. I'm kind of excited for that one. The last one they had was really good. The one that had the Saw theme to it, I can't remember the name of it right now. I
don't know
enjoyed
what
that
you're
one a
talking
lot.
about.
Supermassive
Single
had
player?
a single player, yeah.
Huh. I must have missed it. I don't know what you're talking about.
They had a game. I can't remember the name of the last shit. What was the name of the last one? But I liked it a lot. They had
I watched the trailer. It was intriguing. Not intriguing enough for me to say I'm day one, but if this game ever comes to Game Pass or something, like if it's single player and I can play it by myself, I'm intrigued to maybe give it a try. It's better than one of these, the Dark Tale anthology things. Like I'd rather play this than that, I guess. But we'll see. I don't know. I'm a little confused or like out of the loop. I don't know what narrative focused single player Dead by Daylight game is.
They're
So when I
just using
see Dead by
characters from
Daylight, I
Dead
think
by Daylight.
multiplayer. So like I don't know what is the exact gameplay. What does that actually look like?
It's a supermassive game with a character from Dead by Daylight as the bad guy.
Oh, so it's not like a game like Dead by Daylight.
Correct.
Oh, then you've lessened my intrigue, I guess.
It's
now
literally
I'm less interested.
It's
Because I
literally a
was thinking
supermassive
it was
game.
like a narrative game that you play like you play Dead by Daylight.
No.
Oh, then never
game.
mind. Never mind.
The game was called The Devil in Me.
Oh, that's right. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I'm no longer interested. I'm glad we had this talked on.
Thank you,
Thank you.
friend.
Imeo was unveiled. Now, we talked about this on Shaq. I talked about this with Jason last week. Since I'm not going to be on Shaq this weekend, I threw this in here. Delvin, you and Rebecca can pick this up on Shaq as well. But last week, Nintendo released a trailer with this character in like a paper bag, smile mask, like this horror teaser. It had the internet by storm. Everybody's trying to figure out who's Imeo, and people were saying like this is a bloober game. It's an internal Nintendo game. What it is a Detective Club visual novel game, which disappointed many, myself included. I was like, oh,
yes,
that's what all that was about.
The
Never
world
mind.
was disappointed.
Yeah, like never mind.
What is this?
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm no longer interested. I was thinking maybe it was like a Little Nightmares thing, like maybe something Nintendo was going to do. It wasn't even close to anything like that.
No, not at all.
Was way off. So yeah. Ugh. And then today, No Man's Sky released Worlds Part 1, this new update, which changed all kinds of shit about that game. It overhauled locations, clouds, shadows, lighting, water physics, new wildlife. There's a new weather system. There's wind simulation, new gameplay, new mechs, new armor, new weapons, new engine optimization for better performance across all platforms. It looked great. I actually, for the first time,
still making money.
For the first time ever, I actually watched the trailer about No Man's Sky. And I was like, I kind of want to see this. I want to see what this is like.
No Man's Sky is really good. It is really good.
I've never been interested in it. I still don't think it's a game for me, but today, like, I was like, I wanna verify that assumption. I want to see it. I want to prove myself right.
I am literally curious how this game keeps making money, because they've been putting out updates for it for years, and they don't charge for these updates. They're like, oh, here you go. Here's another.
Yeah,
it's not like
but
it's
every
not like
update
an online
is a
game.
chance to bring in new people.
Yeah.
So
they don't charge for their expansions. But apparently it must work because people are still buying it and playing it. So yeah,
I want to take it for a spin one day. Maybe one day.
You absolutely should.
Maybe one day.
Once you get the PC hooked up to the television, throw it on the big screen. Go get lost.
Maybe one day. Maybe one day.
I'm
going to be playing NCAA for a while. So I don't know necessarily what this is going to do. Like I was playing The Crew and, Phoenix Rising and all of those just get put off to the side. I'll be playing NCAA probably until the next game comes out, and who knows where I go from here. But I'll be playing NCAA for a while, so I'm not too worried about anything else.
Nice.
Did I tell you my NCAA story?
No.
About my nephew?
No.
About him playing college football, and I mentioned him like, "Hey, are you in the game?" He's like, "Nah, not in the game." He's like, "Oh." He said because his school, I think it's Division II, and his school is not in the game.
Yep.
So he's like, yeah, don't like this. I'm fucking transferring next year. So he's gonna transfer.
Well, here's the funny thing. In my road to glory, I signed up as a running back, and I picked Ohio State, and I'm sitting there at Ohio State. Like the last game, I got 8 carries. I had 8 carries for like 190 yards and 2 touchdowns. And the other two, the quarterback got 11 carries. The other running back got 14 carries for like 40 yards. Like they're not giving me any carries. Like I barely get to play. And I was sitting there with Jack. I was like, I'm transferring. Like I got to get the fuck out of here. Like this is absurd. Y'all need to give me the damn rock. This is ridiculous.
Delvin, you have got to just look for all the Road to Glory clips on the internet. It is hilarious.
Quite funny.
It is so funny. I saw some dude who was playing DB for North Carolina, and he was like, you see him bouncing, and he's like getting hyped with the crowd. They hike the ball, and he gets burnt. He's like, oh man, I got too excited. I got too excited with the crowd. There's another guy.
When I do get in, I just go around. Like a lot of times, I don't get routes, so I'm in passing it, and I just go around and block this shit out of just pancake people constantly. It's so much fun.
Oh,
Sit
man,
the fuck down.
It's so funny watching this stuff. It was some dude that was posting a clip where he's a running back. He's 250 pounds, and they keep subbing him in to be like a slot receiver. And every time they throw him the ball, he drops it.
That's me.
He's like, I'm transferring. He's like, I'm 250. Why are they putting me a receiver?
Jack is like, why did you make you? He's like, Dad, he's 260 pounds. He's like a double chin and everything. I was like, yeah, I'm power back. He's like, you're power something. He's like, you fucking look like a tackle out here. Like, what are you doing?
I was looking at my nephew plays for Charleston Southern.
Well, he can make Charleston Southern on Friday. Just tell him to wait.
Yep.
Just give him a minute. I'll be making Mercer on Friday.
Yeah. He wants to be in the game and get that money.
Oh, that's
tell him to transfer to FC Southwest.
Nobody's paying FCS players money. Like what? What? There's a lot of rivalry stuff. There's a lot of like tradition stuff that they've worked into the game with cutscenes and stuff and commentary. It's very deep.
That's cool.
Nice.
That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well,
that's it. That's the end of the news. We're on a roll. We're 43 minutes in. We have no Rude Day segment, no rumors.
Rude Days quit.
So there's your 45-minute episode, Delvin.
Up. Good night, everybody.
He's got AEW to watch. He didn't even like the show anymore. He's got to get back to AEW.
Goddamn right.
AEW.
I made fun of him about that, right? I told him, I was like, if it was AEW, he'd be in here talking. The moment AEW did any notable thing, he was immediately in that Discord channel with
goddamn right.
Like within seconds, he was like, this. I was like, where have you been for weeks?
See, you can't blame me for that.
Weeks went by. Entire pay-per-views. Delvin wasn't around at all.
Discord. They let you down. They were gone for weeks.
You were
I was
gone
for
weeks.
But then
then AEW does anything at all worth merit. He's right there.
Goddamn right.
Right
they
there.
left you hanging. Should be ashamed of yourself, strong style community. Just left Donnie hanging by himself, posting all the cool shit.
Yeah. Constantly.
He's like,
did you see this?
AEW
they used the heel. They used the heel of a high heel to get blood. This is the most amazing thing ever. It's like there've been literally 50 things in WWE better than this on this show. And he's like, no, but it's this thing.
You're telling me that you got excited about somebody getting hit with a high heel?
Yes.
No, that's not what happened.
I think he's on the payroll. He's in Tony Khan's pocket.
I wish I was.
He's in Tony Khan's pocket.
He's got to be.
He's got to be.
I wish.
He's got a new house. He's got all kind of new stuff. Buying new shoes. He's on the payroll.
He's got like 5 pairs of shoes.
Out here shilling.
He's got Fila money all of a sudden, you know?
Why would I be on the AEW payroll? Let me get my Brody Lee shoes.
That sounds like.
But oh shit! I got
Mm-hmm.
I got
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
Yep.
Oh, I don't know.
Growing out his hair, got a flavor saver. Look at him. He's playing a bit here. Yeah. On the payroll for sure.
Maybe.
He Took that NIL
So what
deal.
actually happened that was so cool?
They just did some good storytelling. There was a storyline they had with these. Essentially, this wrestler who was in it WWE, her name is Toni Storm. She has this gimmick where she's like this 50s starlet. She went crazy. She becomes like this 50s starlet, and she takes in a protege who's essentially a younger version of her. This protege has been following her around, doing what she did in WWE as her gimmick.
It was a heel turn.
And-
It was one heel turn.
It was a good heel turn. And she literally
It was.
did a heel
but
turn.
It was a
She
heel turn. It was.
hit her with a heel.
Yep. It was a
was
heel
really good.
turn with the heel of a high heel.
Yes, because
Meanwhile, we've got Joe
That
Hendry
doesn't sound
actually
exciting
showing
at
up,
all.
and we've got Rhea coming back, and we've got fucking.
that's not
The Rhea Dom Liv stuff is way
Oh,
more
it's
interesting than
amazing.
anything
It's
you
incredible.
just
No, it's
said,
not.
Delvin.
100%.
No, it's
That is
not.
yes,
That's
it
what
is.
I'm talking about. Here I am,
it's
the
not.
Wyatt set. I'm like video after
Wyatt
video
Six
after
is
video,
awesome.
and I'm like, where is Delvin? Where is he? He hasn't been
The
here for
Wyatt
weeks.
6 stuff is awesome.
This fucking high heel comes around. He's like, guys, you gotta watch. I'm like, what the?
Gotta watch for the shoe. You gotta watch for the shoe.
See what I'm saying?
The Wyatt
See what
6 stuff
I'm
is
saying?
awesome.
This is depressing.
I
This
even
is
commented.
sad.
I posted stuff about the Wyatt 6.
Telling you, just
Red
come out
Beard
of
is
nowhere.
awesome. Look at Kyle the Pug. I don't want to ban you from this fucking community, but I'll goddamn ban you from this goddamn community.
Even Joe
You
Hendry.
shape the fuck up, Kyle the Pug, or ship out. Joe Henry's awesome.
It's the best.
Everything is better than AEW. Clearly,
I don't agree with that at all.
TNA.
trash.
TNA's better.
It's trash.
It's so g- AEW was so good. W just took their best wrestlers and just made them their stars. Yeah, that's how it
They're
works.
best wrestlers.
Yeah, pretty much.
Who?
Ethan Page is now the
Ethan
NXT
Page, their
champion.
best. He's on NXT.
Yeah, he's their best wrestler. He's there now. Cody Rhodes is now their champion. Yeah, they're just taking everybody from AEW.
So hang on. So Cody Rhodes is AEW's wrestler.
Yeah.
Not that he didn't have a
He
whole
literally helped
career in
create-
WWE
he literally
before he
helped
went to
create the country.
AEW.
Yes, because WWE didn't want him, and then he went and started a whole
He
other
didn't
company. Yeah,
want-
you come back home.
So what you're saying
That's it.
is that WWE is better because if AEW was so great, they wouldn't have left.
No, that's not what I'm saying at all.
If
What I'm
AEW
saying
was everything, then everybody from WWE would be going there, not vice
No,
Half
that's
versa.
not
of them
enough.
do,
There's
and
not
then
enough
you never
people.
hear from them ever again.
Because
Yeah,
they
you
were
do.
trash.
That's not true at all.
I didn't say it.
That is malarkey, and you know it,
Malarkey.
Dev.
I don't think so.
DVD.
Yeah, I think
Death Valley
you're,
Dev.
Death Valley Dev.
You are a big
Yeah.
wrestling Dev. You live with the Undertaker. What are you talking about?
I mean, hey,
from,
then
like,
I think you need
Austin,
to take what I'm
Texas.
saying as gospel. Put me on the payroll.
He's from
'cause
Death Valley.
This
That's what his thing
AEW
said.
trash.
You didn't watch wrestling. You didn't watch TV. What the fuck are you talking about?
Look at his camera shaking everything. Man is
I
triggered.
know, right?
It's like,
He's
like
so
an
upset.
earthquake is
I'm
happening.
moving
over
my
there.
computer desk. My nice computer
so
desk that I
upset.
bought with AEW money. I mean, I got from my computer.
AEW can't even get you a good desk and a microphone. Can't get you a good camera. Your internet's falling out.
It's
I
great.
don't want to be on AEW's payroll. They're not doing a good job here. All right,
Nah,
it's
you're
trash.
doing a great job. You're a hater.
It's trash. Like your
It's okay
camera
to be a
work.
hater.
Trash.
You're a hater. It's okay to be a hater. It's okay to hate the black community, Dev, because AEW had the first black champion. It's okay.
Now I hate the black community, huh?
Yes.
Wow. This man
Damn
called me
Rose.
Drake. It's terrible.
Don't call you Dev Rose. Only Dev gets that reference, and it's much more funny that way.
Ah. She don't even claim us. She don't count. The hell with her.
Not at all. Oh man.
Oh Jesus. Well,
We have
I
questions.
guess we can
Probably
just go through all these questions because there's nothing else to talk about.
not. We don't have to.
You have an hour.
We're just in it. Just cut it off. Let me see what these questions look like.
Barrett33 says, "What was the last game you played that made you go, wow?"
EA college football. I actually have a very timely answer.
That's a
to
great
this.
question.
Cyberpunk
in a good way?
2077. He didn't
Wow,
say
in a-
good or bad. He just said wow.
That's true. Could be bad.
I'm trying to think.
Try harder
Hellblade
now.
made me say wow. Hellblade 2.
That's true. Yeah,
It's a
hopefully we
beautiful
do that.
fucking game. Like I would like Donnie was correct. We were like, hey, sometimes it feels like, is this the game or is the cuts? You know, this is the game. I'm supposed to be fighting. They're stabbing me now.
Did you guys see that? Did you see that? Somebody posted in our chat that Court said that game was a bad game.
Court?
Yeah, I saw the clip. Yeah, he was like,
I'm shocked whenever it was Yarden. I'm stunned whenever somebody's like Hellblade 2 is a bad game. Like it.
Wow.
I think less of those people's opinions now, including.
yeah,
Court.
I mean, it's okay to not like something, but to call it
Exactly.
a bad game if you don't like, I
had this talk with Rebecca on Shaq. Like, my example is, I've always said I think The Last of Us 2 is an amazing game. I don't like it, but I never would take away from the fact that I think as a game, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Right? I just don't like it. That's a fine opinion to have, but
Yeah,
to call
I
it
agree.
a bad game, it's a bad game. It's not good. Get the fuck out of here. That's nonsense. That is ridiculous.
We should have.
I only call games bad or trash out of spite.
Doesn't Court
Yes.
live
I
in
mean,
Canada?
I'll say games are bad if they're not fun to play, if they don't run well, if they crack. Like, those are bad games. But, like, that's what I said. Like, if you think Hellblade 2 is bad, I got some game mill shit you can try. Like, I'll show you a bad game. Like,
I played bad.
I will bring you some bad games. Like, clearly, you do
live in
not
bad
play
games.
enough games. Like, maybe if you're only gems, maybe you play 2 games a year, maybe it's considered bad because
Walking
it's not as
Dead
good as
Destinies. Play that.
the other 4
That's a
games you
bad
played,
game.
But, like,
Yeah, it is.
you know, exactly. Like if
Look at
that's the only thing I can think of. It's like you clearly need to play more games. if you think
Isn't
Hellblade
Court in
2 is
Canada?
bad.
he is.
We should punish him by having him deported to the United States. like, you should have
What,
to
I
come
think
live
did he
here.
start here? He started here.
He did start here.
Yeah.
So we can actually have him deported. They should deport him back.
Speaking
here.
of the United States, did you guys catch the game today? I watched the Serbia game. That
heard
was
they
a
whooped
hell
that
of a
ass.
ball game today.
It was
Did
good.
you know that they were tied at halftime? Like, Serbia was fucking here to play. Like, they were playing hard, tough.
That's impressive.
Yeah, and they were good. They were really good. They were knocking them. They were not afraid. They were knocking out threes. Joker was doing his thing. But eventually, the depth chart wore on, and the U.S. got going. It was like the second quarter they started to pull away. But, yeah, Steph put on a clinic. Bam, your boy. Miami's greatest.
saw
Bam
that.
was hitting threes. He hit like 5 threes. He was shooting threes from all over the damn place. That was blowing my mind. But yeah, they played great. I'm very excited for this USA basketball team. I'm trying to watch as much of it as I can.
Hope they actually win.
I do too. Yeah.
That would be nice.
It's very I think we've seen it with the ebbs and flows where we get kind of like the US like JV squad and then we get like the actual US squad. And I've started to like I try not to take it for granted, like when the real dudes show up. Like AD, by the way, today. AD had a fucking game. He had like, I don't know how many blocks, but it felt like 7 blocks. He was blocking dudes all over the place. Like, he was killing it. Embiid has been great. Like, I enjoy it when the dream teams actually show up because they don't always do.
And when they don't, we get silver or bronze. And they're like, oh.
Yeah. And it's like, we gotta get behind them when they do. The problem is that like I can never really watch it live. Like I've been watching it live like on TikTok and like Twitch, like illegal streams, because I don't have FS1
Stream
or
East.
FS2 or whatever. But I want to watch the women too. I want to watch more of the women play. So I'm hoping when the actual
Are the
Olympics
women
kick in
playing
here-
right now because they're in season?
Well, it's all pre-quali and stuff. It's not the actual Olympic because when it actually goes live, it'll all be on Peacock.
So then,
Yeah, I
how
can
are the
actually
women
watch it.
pre-qualifying if the WNBA is in season?
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know.
Are they
That just-
using college players?
I have no idea. You're asking me. It's beyond me. I don't know. I've only watched the USA basketball, but having watched some of the NBA games here recently, I want to watch the USA women's too. Like when the actual Olympics kick off, I want to catch all those games too.
yeah,
Sounds good.
Yeah, because that's our sport. We suck at soccer, but we fucking kick ass at basketball. You know, like this is our
We
shit.
breed basketball players.
yeah, we do.
And I'd much rather be
basketball-
good at basketball than soccer. Who fuck soccer? Nobody gives a shit.
Basketball and American football.
So, did you
The
see the
women's
American
soccer
football
teams are
team we
pretty good.
lost to Japan or whatever?
I saw that. I didn't even know that there was
Shit was
international football. Like,
Right?
what? When did that become an Olympic sport?
I didn't
Went
know
out there and
who
got
is on
schooled
that
by
team?
FCS Midwest. Got fucking absolutely hammered.
Who was on that team? Where'd they come from?
I gotta find him. I'll be right back.
Can't
Trash.
believe it. Can't be losing to Japan. That's
I mean, I didn't even know they played football in Japan. Like
Yeah.
they know what American football is out there.
yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I thought it was a joke. I couldn't believe that there was actually an American like international football team. I was like, this isn't real. This can't be real.
Yeah, it is kind of intramural and kind of below, below grade.
Who plays
Delvin,
on
what
this
do you
team?
think of them taking shots at 45?
Oh,
They came for the crown this week. Like, we're not going to not
coming.
talk
And
about the
they-
fact like this
I'm not
missed.
commenting on that at all.
giant world event happened.
I'm not commenting on that at all. Not me. Nope.
Yeah, your internet missed you out of that.
Yeah. I
Sure did.
When it happened, I thought it was a joke because I was driving and my son was like, hey, my friend just texted me saying that they shot at the president. I'm like, man, stop. Get the fuck out of here. No one does that. You're like, no, not Biden, the other one. I'm like, oh, okay.
The other one.
The other one.
that kind of sounds accurate.
He's going to win. We talked about this like
Don't
2
say
years
that.
ago.
Don't
right?
put that in the no.
I told
No.
you guys.
No.
I told you then.
No.
It's going to be a landslide.
No.
I'm
Just
telling
no.
you, the other party needs to do something
All
brash.
the jokes
Extreme.
I want to make, I cannot make because the fans will be knocking at my door. So
I'm just
I
telling you,
will not
buckle
be-
up. It's going to be a ride. And
Buckle
we're
up my ass. I'm getting the hell out of here.
We hope it's
I
only
can't.
for 4
I
years.
can't.
But I hope it's only for 4 years.
I don't
Have
believe
you-
that for a minute.
Have you
If
seen
he be-
that
I'm-
trash
I'm-
ass rap video he put out?
No. Why would I have
No.
seen that?
Oh, it came out a couple hours ago. They did it at the
That's like the social thing is he's got all the
Republican
black folks, all the
convention.
rappers and everybody are loving him. I don't.
Them-
This has
them-
got to be the
no, they're
greatest
not.
turn of all time.
those are
The
like
double turn.
Dominicans with
Yeah,
bad
those aren't
fades.
actual like real rappers. Those aren't rappers anybody's paying attention to.
I'm just saying what I saw. Jack was telling me, he was like, hey, did you see him? He came out to 50 Cent or something. Like, that's Jack. Jack and his friends are talking about, oh my God, we're in trouble. Big trouble. He's become cool.
Jack, don't
He's
fall
cool.
for that bullshit.
No,
the cool
he's
candidate.
not. He's not though. That's the
But to
thing.
the people that vote, he is.
Yeah, nah. No, he's not winning. It's not happening.
For the life of me, I hope you're right, but I don't think you are at all.
I have seen so much. I've seen a lot that is completely the opposite. Like I've seen all of his base and their nonsense, but I've seen so many other people like, yeah, no. I've even seen people who are Republicans like, I can't get with this dude. Like
It's
no.
shocking. He has literally taken over an entire institution. The entire party is just him. It is his platform, and it's it.
And it's
Yeah,
sad.
it's sad.
It's wild.
It's really sad.
People opponents of him have just all bent the knee. Like it is he.
Yeah.
At this
JD
point,
Vance, the never
if he
Trumper.
has a 4-year run that's halfway decent, he'll be remembered like Reagan, and it is absurd.
God, Reagan is like the
He'll be talked about
downfall of
for
everything.
decades. He'll be talked about for decades. The
He's
next
going to be
candidate,
talked about for decades regardless.
well, I'm
Yeah.
just saying the next candidate and the next candidate and the next candidate, they'll all be Trump likes. They'll all like it's all in his image. He's literally gotten rid of all of their opponents.
If he has a good 4 years, he's just going to become a dictator.
It used to be a wing of the party, right? It was the wing. He is the party now. He's the entire party.
That is the scary thing about it because I don't know if they can come back from it. I don't know if they want to come back from this.
They can't. If you voice out, if you oppose it, you get out. You lose your job.
Yeah. And I feel like
Look, and I'm trying not to be hyperbolic. I'm not going to talk about, dictatorships.
It's not
and
good.
Like we'll save that
Not
for
good.
another day. But like this is the here and now. And this is reality, and this is the reality that we're facing. And I feel like I
looking for
feel
a
like I
way
had
out.
to tell everybody. I tried to tell everybody. 2 years ago, I was like, this country is enthralled with this man. If you hate him, you talk about him nonstop. If you love him, you talk about him nonstop. Like there's a fixation with this person that I don't.
Social media
do not understand.
is the
My-
absolute worst thing to happen to this country.
I agree. I
I'm
also
saying even
think that-
even media, talk shows, and YouTube and
It's all driven by
he
social media.
is the center. He's the center of the conversation.
he's figured out a way to get people together in a way that is downright scary.
And now, after what happened, now people think he's a sympathetic figure.
Who are
They
these people?
sympathize with this terrible person.
There are people who
These
think that.
people.
No. That's a real thing.
These people
Like,
are idiots.
I've
Absolute
seen
idiots.
people.
but that's the problem, is that a lot of times the general public have always been idiots. It's who
This is
I-
idiocracy.
who can
we're
corral
literally
them to vote for
it's
him.
idiocracy the movie. This is what we're
100%.
heading towards.
Yeah.
I've
Mike
seen
Judge
people
pegged this 30 years ago.
joke about Joe Biden dying all year
Yep.
and praying for him to die.
Yep.
To now be like, when Trump gets grazed, they're like, oh, we can't joke about this stuff. I got to be serious about this. This is a serious moment. We can't do this. We can't do that. We shouldn't make jokes about presidents dying. That's not a thing. Like, where was this energy? Like, y'all was like praying for this man to die.
Yep.
It's like such a weird thing where you tell people they can't.
Propaganda.
Yeah,
Melvin.
That's literally what it is.
I'm not sure if you pay attention to any of the RNC, but their big message was unity and toning it down. But again, you have to remember that it's their version of unity.
Mhm.
It's unity as long as you're totally
Agreed.
down for their version of unity. If you want to unify
Right.
under their banner, they'll love to have you. Just don't
They all
oppose them.
sound absolutely insane.
They love freedom. They're the Patriot Party, as long as you don't oppose them. They love
Right.
freedom
I'll
as
break
long as
all
it's
the
not your
laws.
freedom.
The Civil War will be bloodless as long as the left lets it.
yeah. As long as you agree.
Yup.
Compliance.
So anyway, it's a sad. I don't want to say sad. It's a bleak time. I'm hoping for the best.
Look.
I'm kind of hoping that there's enough checks and balances to make sure it doesn't get too far to whack. But we lived it. We saw January 6th. We saw what happened, and I
We saw
cannot get
his
that out of
4
my mind.
years.
And
He
think
had
about
4
it.
years.
Think
was
about it.
terrible.
Since that day, they have spent nothing but time trying to explain how like that wasn't what happened.
Right.
They've completely been like, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that at all. It's like, we watched it. We literally witnessed it. And they've got, I don't know, half the country thinking that it was a good thing. They've literally turned people into thinking that that was a good thing. That we had rioters storm our nation's capital trying to kill our politicians.
They had gallows
insanity.
and a hangman's noose there.
They killed a
heard
police
someone-
officer.
They
They
did.
legit
someone say-
killed a police officer.
I have never in my life heard Republican people justify a death of a police officer.
And these are
because
the
that
people that say they stand behind the Constitution. The writers and the constructors of our Constitution would have hung them all for being traitors.
happened.
You literally stormed our nation's capital. Like, that would have ended real quick.
Yeah. Something that's never happened before. It's
It is-
wild.
We are living in seriously wild times. It is mind-boggling.
And people are like making jokes about it. Like, okay.
Yep. But we're staring down the barrel of what I thought I said years ago, and I have been just nothing but cemented that this is exactly what's about to happen. I don't see how, one, Biden doesn't have a chance right now. Not us. I don't see any way, shape, or form in his condition. He didn't have a chance. And here's the thing. With where he is now, why would anybody take his place? They're just going to lose too. Like, I wouldn't take that play. I'd be like, no, you're not fucking sending me out there to get slaughtered. Like, I'll live to fight another day. Like, it doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense to me. But I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah. They can't really change them up because you have to build
I mean, they
something back
can.
up and-
They can put somebody else out there. What are they going to do now? The wave is so big. What are they
Yeah.
going to do?
It's going to be a real big uphill battle.
Yeah. Yeah. You've seriously
And-
dug yourself in a
and-
hole. And
and
you've
frankly
got what?
speaking,
You've got 5 months.
Yeah.
What could you
They-
possibly do?
they haven't done anything to build anyone up to take that spot.
Exactly.
Their plan was Biden.
You gotta look past
That's it.
Biden. You gotta stop worrying about Biden and look at everything else that happens and realize that if we don't vote for whoever look at everything, the dominoes of everything. You're
Oh, yeah.
not voting
I
for just
agree.
Biden. It's just the Supreme Court. And that the problem is nobody looks past any of that. They just look at the old man and the crazy guy. That's really all it is. It's like, the crazy guy seems cool.
Oh,
Nobody looks at the actual
And my
politics.
family hates
Nobody
me
looks at
because,
the policies.
and this is I normally don't get too into politics, but we've got some time to kill. And, sometimes I do think it's important. I'd vote for Iraq before I vote. Like, I literally, I cannot vote for that man. He literally incited a riot on our nation's capital. Like, you lost me there. It's not about policy. It's not about economics. Like, he literally did, like, what I consider to be one of the most treasonous acts a person could do. Like, he did that.
Absolutely.
And then that's caught in 4K in blood. Like, we saw it with our own eyes. There's no way of explaining it or shaping it any differently to me. That alone, and I have many other reasons, but for that alone, it's a no. So I'm voting for whatever the alternative is, but I just don't think it's going to matter. I think I'm outvoted by like 7-3. Like I really don't think it's going to matter at all. It's not going to come close.
I pray that it does, and that people start looking just beyond the
but
age.
You're right.
And
There's a lot of
look
things
at the
on the
content
stake here.
of people's character. Look
The
at
next 4 years,
just
we're
the
likely going to
content of
appoint
their character alone.
2 more Supreme Court justices in the next 4 years, likely. And the court is already overwhelmingly favored. That alone is a reason to vote. So we all have the ability to vote. We all have the ability to pick our own power. So I'm not telling you who to vote for. If you love him and everything you want, vote for him. Like that is your choice as a citizen. We do believe in that. So, flex your civil duty and cast your votes this November. It's important.
Very important.
Mm-hmm. I have one more thing. Remember when the Black Lives Matter protest was happening, he wanted the National Guard to come in and shoot them.
Yep.
That was his order. That's on testimony. That's in record. He literally asked the National Guard, like, can you come in and shoot them with rubber bullets? And he did nothing of the sort when people were literally breaking the windows out of our nation's capital. If ever there was a time to bring the National Guard and shoot people, it was then. And he said
he did nothing.
Did nothing.
Wow.
Sturz wants to know, there's plenty of zombies, vampires, and werewolves in games, but very few mummies.
And in politics.
Would a mummy game like the 90s movies be entertaining? Maybe something like Uncharted for gameplay.
I think you could make a good mummy movie. That's a good franchise. There's good movies there. There's good lore to pull from. Possible.
Let me ask you a question. Are mummies scary?
No.
See, I think that's where the problem lies. I've never one time in my life felt a mummy scary.
Yeah, but it didn't have to be scary to be good.
But the mummy from the Mummy movies with Brendan Fraser, though, that's a different type of mummy. We're not talking about the slow moving dude in bandages.
Sure.
So we just do the
it's more of a magic thing.
But that was more action adventure like.
And that's what,
that's what he's
saying.
saying. He's saying a mummy game like that.
Yeah.
Set like in that set. Could that be cool for
that
I
than
feel
Indiana
like we
Jones.
have a game like that.
I agree. I'd much rather play that than Indiana Jones. I feel like that is Uncharted, honestly.
Yeah.
Like that's legit Uncharted.
Yep. Not bad.
No Smoke Joe. He wants to know, do you think your favorite NBA team has done enough this offseason to compete with the Boston Celtics?
Fucking God.
I don't know.
No, we've not done anything, actually, as a Cavs fan. We've re-signed Donovan Mitchell, which is nice, but we already had Donovan. We've done nothing else. So we're going to be the same Cavs that we were before. We have a new coach, so they're hoping that new coach means we play better, but I don't know. I didn't think we were good enough to begin with, so I don't think
we may possibly worse than we were when we played against Boston.
Yeah, that's true.
No, we did
There's
not.
some turmoil in Miami.
Yeah. I just hope that, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum just continue to have just more infighting and they just implode because fuck Boston.
Yeah.
And Jaylen Brown was upset that he got left off the Olympic squad.
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah. I did see
He's
that.
like, Drew, fuck, I'm on that team.
Right.
Drew was kind of getting work today. Of all the players, that dude, he was chasing dudes all day. And he seemed to be a half a step behind most of the game. I was like, we're kind of eating it right here. Like, we need to get Derek White out here. That was interesting.
Yeah. Fuck Boston. Moving on.
Live talking about the Bulls.
Get out of here. Nobody wants to hear about your Bulls. What? Why? No. Let's see. Cal the Pug.
Fuck you, Counterpug.
Yeah, damn. Keep up, sir. He says, which WWE moment this week had you more hyped? Joe Henry's debut in NXT or Rhea Ripley returning to confront Dirty Dom and Liv Morgan? or both.
Say his name and he appears.
Is that the Joe Hendry song?
Yeah.
I met Joe Henry. He's a nice dude. He's a nice dude.
Yeah, the Rhea coming back.
Yeah, Rhea. She's gorgeous.
That was
I
dope.
told you that I didn't really believe her injury. I still kind of don't. She got married,
Me either.
so I think she just had time off. But it was probably warranted. But what they've done with Dom and like the Eddie parallels with China and stuff has been
Great.
excellent.
Been great.
So this is a great story that they're telling, and Liv is
I like.
this is elevating Liv. This is what she's needed to kind of get over a little bit. It's good stuff.
I like what they're doing so far. I think they should. I would like to see Liv actually defend the belt more. But I get it. The story is really good.
That's the whole cowardly heel thing, is that you find ways out of it.
Yeah.
It's
really
quite
good.
hilarious.
Joe
A few
Henry,
snippets that
what
I've
is-
seen.
awesome.
Logan Paul's only defended his belt twice in like 18
I would like to see him
months.
defend the belt too.
like he's barely defended the belt at all.
Yeah, he hasn't. He has not at all.
He said, I'm keeping this shit in the story.
Yeah, I think he's gonna drop it in Cleveland.
Probably.
It's his hometown.
Yeah.
He might keep it, but I think he's gonna drop it. Yeah, I think it's gonna be LA Knight.
I like the new Bloodline. New Bloodline's awesome.
Oh yeah?
There's a new
It's just
bloodline.
violent. Yes.
I'm not that into it, but like I'm into it enough. It's entertaining enough that I keep up with it. But like I do feel like it's already starting to feel like just treading water. Like they're just
Jacob
kind of a
Fatu.
placeholder until folks are ready to come back. Which
Jacob
is not a
Fatu's
bad
awesome.
thing. It's okay.
He's cool. He's cool. He is a beast.
Yeah. And he does outshine the rest of them.
Yes.
Which is what they were afraid of, but it's already happening. Like he already kind of outshines everybody else.
I like him.
Yeah.
He's really good.
I hope we do get this bloodline versus bloodline thing.
Oh, we definitely are.
And then I wonder which side is the Rock side on?
People were pointing out that one Tamatonga and Tongaloa have another brother who is signed to WWE who isn't there yet, who hasn't officially debuted. That's Hikuleo. And then you have The Rock, of course.
But where does the Rock go? Is he good bloodline or bad bloodline?
Bad bloodline, because this is the thing. Tamatonga, Hikuleo, Tongaloa, and The Rock are not technically blood, while
They're
Jacob
married.
Fatu is blood.
Yeah.
And that's where, that's where kind of, you
Yeah,
can kind of
because
draw
I
the lines
hope
at.
this ultimately leads to bloodline versus bloodline, and then ultimately Rock versus Roman. That's the money match. That's
will.
the match.
It is.
Yeah, that's the match that everybody wants. And that match is enormous. It doesn't need the belts. I think with WWE, they'll probably put a belt in the mix, but like it doesn't need it at all. But like it doesn't matter. Like Roman versus Rock is money. Like everybody will be there.
I can see the next WrestleMania being Rock versus Roman and Cody versus John Cena.
That makes sense.
That is happening.
That would
And
be great.
both may actually be for titles.
Could be. Could be.
Those were a lot of words and names. It meant nothing.
You know about the John Cena thing, right, Dev?
No, absolutely not.
He announced that this is his last year of wrestling coming up.
Yep.
He wasn't
So
already
he's on his
retired?
No,
And he's been part-time.
he's part-time. But it's going to be his retirement tour.
He's
So he's doing
retired.
things like 30 dates, he said.
They're
Yeah.
going to retire them jorts?
Yeah.
And
He said that,
they're
yeah.
pretty much, he
Terrible
said,
ass outfit.
he's going to do
You
like
hating
a
on
whole
John Cena,
retirement
man.
tour.
I've never liked John Cena.
But that's okay. Like he's got an iconic look. You gotta destroy the jorts. Why are you going?
I'm going to destroy the jorts. I hate it. I hated it all. I hated it all.
Like it's hard to have your own thing in wrestling. He's got it. He did it.
He did it.
He did it.
Peacemaker's a great show.
Peacemaker is cool. Be that
He's in
guy.
Fast and the
Don't
Furious.
be-
He
Stuff
seems
like
like
it's a cool
he
thing.
seems like a super nice guy too.
He does.
He is.
He works
I
out.
He is. I
hope
just
he's
hate
not
his
like Hulk
character. I can't stand his character.
I would love to see him
Like
turn
the
heel.
rapping
but
and
they're not.
everything, I'm
He's gonna
just
be
like,
a
bro,
face
really?
to the final.
Well, he stopped doing that a long time ago. He's like now.
Did he
he's
tie
became
Ric Flair's record? Is he tied or is he one behind
He's
it?
tied.
I would like to see him get the belt. I would like to see him
Him?
take that record.
And Randy Orton, I think, are tied.
I didn't think Randy had that many.
Yeah, I think it's either Randy's one below Cena or he's tied with Cena. If I
Randy's
remember
below
correctly.
Cena. I would like to see Cena eclipse Flair. I would.
That
I don't know
would
if
be
you're going to
great.
do that, but I would like to see him get a
I
run.
think they might. The way
I
they
would
keep
like to see
calling him
get
the
a
greatest
run.
of all
He
time,
should take the belt
I
off of
think they might.
Priest or Drew or something. Like, just give him a little run for a month or two. He should definitely get it.
Let him win it. Let Gunther beat him to death and take it from him.
Yeah, that would be a great put somebody over.
Gunther would be a great person to retire.
Yeah, Gunther would be a good one. It's a good pick. I could see Gunther versus Cena. That'd be a hell of a match.
Yeah.
See Gunther just beating the shit out of him.
Yeah, do like what Brock Lesnar did that year.
Yep.
Dude's name is Gunther.
Gunther's the shit.
He's a very large German man who
Name is
will
terrible.
slap the shit out of you.
He slapped
He's
the shit
terrifying.
out of you for saying some shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Gunther.
He'll put paws on you.
Yeah, he can kick rocks.
Fucking got a giant club of a hand.
Yes.
This is why I can't watch wrestling. Some of this stuff just you can't do it.
Dev,
I can't
you
do
like NXT.
it. I'll just keep watching little snippets of Dom and Rhea and Liv. That's all I'm here for.
fine.
The rest of it is all. It's not for me.
Dirty Tom was all in Liv the other day. I was like, look at this man.
I don't blame him.
It's so hard for me to even like really take any of that serious, knowing that him and Rhea are both married. Like the relationship stuff
Yeah.
is just stupid to me. Like it just doesn't work. I'm like I can't. I
Dude,
can't.
they
do
had
the
Lana. They
suspension
had
of
Lana
belief.
sleeping with half the roster with Miro.
Yeah.
What the
Vince was
I
living
know
out
what
his
that
best
means.
fantasies.
Yeah, Vince is definitely getting it.
Nasty man. He was like, hey, it's just wild.
We're gonna have this whole faction sleep with your wife. It'll be great.
Yeah,
heat.
we're just gonna make you a cuck. See that giant black guy over there? That's your wife's boyfriend. That's what he
No idea
did.
what you're talking about,
Yeah.
Bobby Lashley.
bro. You know I don't. Attitude Era is where it begins and ends for me with wrestling. I've heard the name Bobby Lashley, never
boy.
seen him wrestle, don't really know anything about
2001
him.
Stephanie McMahon.
Wow.
Bringing the heat, man.
That's about where my wrestling stopped. It was like 97 through like 2000. And then I just stopped paying attention.
I'm big mark for young Stephanie. Triple H is a god. Good for him.
Good for him.
Good for him.
One of the few times sleep with the boss's daughter pays off.
Jesus. Calvin Pug wants to know, does Brandon Ayuk stay with the Niners or does he get traded to another team?
Why'd you ask this question?
You'd have
It's
to let
not
us know. Dad.
goddamn ESPN.
What's the word in San Fran?
I don't know.
See?
Yeah,
well.
I did it just for. I figured Donnie might know. I don't pay attention to all the player movement. I don't care. I'm not that invested. I like
can
the
tell you
Niners.
from Cleveland. Cleveland wants him. He's all the rage on Cleveland radio. They're after him.
See,
I have no idea if
I'm-
the team is interested or not, but
yeah,
I
I'm
know
an
that
asshole. I don't care if you demand a trade. I don't have to give you anything.
the Browns have yet to come to terms with Amari Cooper. So there's lots of people talking about could they just swap receivers? Seems to make sense. So I don't know if that's what's going to happen, but
I have no idea. I wouldn't give him shit. You demanding a trade? Screw you. You're gonna play out this year. I'll trade you right close to the trade deadline. Maybe.
yeah, but you're spiteful.
team
That's
you don't
not
wanna
how
go
that's
to.
not how
Oh.
sports works at all.
I'm spiteful, and this is why I don't like the free agency and all. Man, play out your contract.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's the agents. The agents run the league. You're not gonna.
Because
here's what
stand
happens.
That shit.
If you do what you're saying, you'll never sign another free agent because an agent's be like, we're never sending any of our people back there.
Yeah, this is why I can't follow sports. I can't get with it. I don't like any of that. I don't want to
It's a
follow.
people
I don't
business.
care.
People business.
I'm
They're
good.
not commodities that you just like send around and make them do what you want. They have their own input. It's a partnership, Dev.
Dev doesn't
Look,
care about that. Fuck.
Honor your damn contract. All right. Shut up. And honor
Dev
your
have the
contract.
worst damn team. You have draft picks sitting out, but like, I'm not going there. I'm not playing there. I'm not playing for that man.
Sure.
You're just
You'll
the
be
Clippers.
Yeah, basically. No, you do well. I'm all here to once your contract is up, we can talk about your new contract and restructure and all of that good stuff. But it's also the problem with like the salary cap in the NFL is also very, very hard. Like the Niners just have too many good players.
Yeah, that's true. That's.
But I'm also like one of those guys. I don't need all the money. I want to win. I don't want to go to some sorry team. Like just don't trade me.
That's nobody.
To it. That's the part of my problem.
We haven't had a player
really
like that
sports.
exist in sports, I think, since Jeter.
Yeah,
and
I hate that.
Yeah, and even Jeter, like he got paid well, but he was like the 8th least paid player on the team, and he had to fight for that at the end of his career. Like he had to almost hold out for that. He was like a legendary Hall of Fame career for the Yankees.
Yeah, let me get you that Kobe contract at the end.
Yeah.
But I want to win. Like, I don't want to just I'm going to make a bunch of money, period. Like, I don't want to make a bunch of money and go play for, the
I take
worst
that back.
team in the league.
Jose Ramirez is like an MVP candidate. He plays baseball in Cleveland. He took a pretty nice, like, hometown deal to stay with the Indians. When if he had played another year or two, he probably could have made twice as much money on the open market. But he would have had to go to, like, the Mets or the Yankees or the Giants or something. He didn't want to. But like that's a rare breed. Like everybody is just, where's the money?
Yeah, and I hate that. That's
they'll play for the Royals if that's where the money is. They don't give a shit. Nobody cares about
I want to win.
Winning.
I want to win. I am not like I'm gonna make money. I'll take less if we can win. Like I want to win. Like that's the thing with me. I'm not trying to just I'm not gonna take big money and just not get paid. Like take big money and not
never
win.
Got paid a lot of amount. I don't think that's true.
I don't think that's true.
I know he took a pay. He took smaller deals than he could have.
He didn't get as much as he possibly could, but he
got a lot.
Got paid very handsomely, especially by NFL salary cap standards.
Yeah.
They pay Kirk Cousins more. That's just bad payment. You just
I mean, he held them over the barrel, and honestly, that's their fault. So, he always made between, it looks like 20 and 25, 26 million. It's a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But, Brady also had infinite amount of endorsement deals and things he could make up for them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm sure Kirk Cousins didn't have that.
Like,
like I'm sure people weren't lining up to have Kirk Cousins sell cell phones or some shit.
Yeah.
Walmart maybe, Walmart
and the Kirk Cousins thing, just like the Dak thing, a lot of that's the team. That's what happens when you franchise a player.
Mm-hmm.
He was franchise tagged. That puts you in the upper echelon of the salaries.
Kirk Cousins probably could have had a feel issue.
Yeah, that's true.
Not a Fila. He's not cool enough for Fila. Like that's the sad part. He is.
No, I disagree. I definitely I could see it. I could see
a
whole Fila line. For Kirk
man,
Cousins.
He's a Skechers guy. He's real basic. He's gonna find his shoes
Atlanta.
at Walmart.
When Atlanta signed him, I was like, this makes the most sense in the world.
He could have had them Joe Montana Skechers.
Absolutely. Joe Montana Skechers. You'd find his shoe line in Costco and Walmart. That is the Kirk Cousins brand.
The most comfortable, boringest looking shoe you ever seen in your life.
Yeah, I saw that. I was coming across it's like Converse or something had like an adult shoe, like a comfortable pair of like Converse. I was like, what? This is blowing my fucking mind. I saw them on TikTok the other day. I was like, I gotta get these same shoes. Yeah, I think they were Vans. There was like a Vans.
That makes sense.
Like a pair of Vans that like are actually good for your feet, like arch support Vans. I was like, I gotta get these. My wife was like, that's the most like middle-aged dad. I was like, yeah, that fits. Like I'm there.
I can't believe you don't own several pairs of New Balances, Donnie. Like you see,
why do you think
New Balance guy? Because it is like the middle-aged white man comfortable shoe.
Yeah, but I'm not that guy. I wear Crocs and shit. I grew up with Vans.
So my point is, you'd have just the one pair of white New Balances, like that fits for you.
Don't
shit my dad
do my
wore.
guy
I don't
like
have that.
Don't do my guy like that.
Yeah,
he is
like
not carrying tiki torches.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
The people who wear New Balances.
That's a bull in my mind. You think that about
me?
You want to wear Crocs? I'm just figuring if you're gonna have a tennis shoe, it's gonna be the New Balance. Maybe you might have a Nike Air Monarch. You might have the Air Monarch.
The Vans is definitely down my alley.
He trying to put you on them Trump Force Ones.
He really is, right? Like, what the fuck does this man think of me? 100%.
You're somebody who doesn't like tennis shoes. I'm going to find the most comfortable.
Nikes and Air Force Ones and Vans in my closet.
Yeah,
For your children.
I have them. No, I have those shoes. Those are my shoes.
Do you wear them?
Yeah. See, here's the thing. You'd hate them because they're creased and dirty and shit because I wear them. I wear them as shoes. They're my shoes.
I don't have a problem with that. I'm not the children. I'm okay with the shoes actually being worn.
Yeah, they're my shoes. I use them like they're actual shoes. But I wear my Crocs more than anything else because they're comfortable. I love my Crocs. They're the best.
Crocs don't belong. They don't belong outside the house.
I got Croc tennis shoes and they are amazing.
Oh, God.
They're the best. Yeah. But I'm gonna get those. I'm gonna get those Van Orthopedics for sure. I'm gonna have to have those. Have to put those in the library.
Croc tennis shoes. Let me look what this look like.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Christ.
have you never seen them?
No, I have not.
I've seen them.
Yeah, they
They're
actually
ugly.
make tennis shoes. They look like tennis shoes, but they're Crocs. I wear them to work.
Okay, those are not too bad.
Thank you, Delvin. I appreciate
They're
that.
hideous.
Unlike my man trying to put me in some New Balances like I'm some 70-year-old senior.
The Trump Force One.
Yeah.
You're
like,
getting orthopedic Vans.
He's trying to put me in some MAGA hat or some shit. Like, get the fuck out of here with them.
Air Magus.
Air Magus.
Shit is trash. I see somebody wearing them, so I know you're a racist. We ain't gonna have no other conversation. I know you don't like black people.
That was the whole point of those gold shoes, right? Is to sell them to black people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Shit didn't work.
Yeah, those are like the
Trump has
Kanye
been
days.
shot at. Now he can appeal to the black voters because, of course, we've all been
Garden
shot
says
at.
the Vans
We all
are
understand.
comfy cush. That's my shit.
I think
there.
y'all has been smoking some comfy kush.
That's my shit.
sure
That's
he
why I
has.
said that's my shit. See, Snarts is what I'm talking about. Me and Snarts on the same wavelength. I gotta get with it. Hell yeah.
No.
Yep. Bring Jinkos back while you're at it.
There you go.
All right. Buckle up. I have a lot to say here. TPR has a very long, lengthy.
Why he wrote us a Bible verse?
We got
He did
16
want
minutes.
some Bible verse. He says, Delvin and Dev, has there been a game released to you as to what EA College Football 25 is to Donnie? If so, what is it?
Destiny.
No.
No, that's different.
Let me finish.
Okay.
There's more to the question. Extending a lost evergreen game's legacy you never thought would happen again. For example, for him, it's Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3 and its relation to the new Sparkling Zero DBZ game. He put a pronunciation in there for you, Delvin, because apparently he thinks you can't read.
It's
I'm
sparking.
not going to read all that.
Not sparkling.
Sparking? Sparking?
Yeah,
It's not
not
sparkling. It's
sparkling
sparking.
water. It's sparking. It's sparking.
It is
Yeah, I'm
sparkling.
going to keep saying sparkling because it sounds better.
Oh my.
It has over 160 characters from across a bunch of DBZ games. Yada, yada, yada. I'm not reading
This
the
man
rest of
calls
that
me
shit.
New
Sorry.
Balance. I think
Not
Dev's
reading
got
the
New
rest of that
Balance.
I've never had a pair of New Balance in my life. Fuck that. Either way, is there a game that has just been lost to time that came back, that kind of sparked that love and brought something back like college football has done for not just Donnie, but apparently hundreds of thousands of people?
So the same franchise, I'm assuming.
Yeah, sure.
This is because see, I have a bad story about this. Because ideally it would have been Shenmue, but Shenmue 3 is terrible. But on the flip side of that,
Here's a spoiler for you, Dylan. So is Shenmue 1 and 2.
pretty much, I've come to terms with that.
We know he likes bad games.
But
Like, you're
the
like,
flip
Shenmue 3
side
is
of that-
terrible. So are the other ones.
the flip side of that is Yakuza, the spiritual successor of Shenmue, is what I was looking for. It's pretty much very similar to the same game. But what I thought Shenmue was is really Yakuza. Like, oh, yeah,
I
this
saw a
is what
Yakuza clip the other day where a dude was killing everybody with a beam katana. They just called it
Now
like
you're
No
talking.
More Heroes Yakuza. I was like, what the fuck? Where was this? I never saw this in the trailers.
Yeah, that's what it is. You can beat people to death with fish. that is the game. You walk around bumping into some guys and hey, you stepped on my shoe, and it says time to fight. Oh, this is what I like. This it's
That's
nonsensical
because
and fun.
that was a Negro moment. That's why you got excited
Yeah.
for that. You stepped on my shoe. It's time to fight. Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
pretty much.
A nigga moment.
Trying to think of any-
Final Fantasy VII Remake is kind of that, but not quite. Like, I don't think it was.
Y'all both went to the same E3 conference.
Yep.
Was Remake announced with Shenmue?
I thought so.
I thought Shenmue was in a
E3
different
of
one.
Dreams. They talked about Final Fantasy and Shenmue coming back.
I think it was correct. That's
Yeah,
correct.
y'all both went to the same conference. Same
With the same age.
That,
And,
presentation.
that was my favorite E E3.
I can to this day talk that shit down.
because it wasn't made for you. It was for me and Delvin.
That's
For
true.
our age.
Remember all these old ass games? Well, they're back, baby.
With a Kickstarter, you can fund yourself. What the fuck? What
like,
the
I was all about
actual
it.
fuck?
I was all about it. Let me fund it.
Oh my
Let me
God.
keep this game knowing they got the
Oh
goddamn
my
money.
God. Yeah, and here you are. It's terrible. See?
If Beyond
Learn.
Good and Evil 2 ever comes out, that could be that. Because I loved Beyond Good and Evil.
They just
like the
released it.
original.
It just came out. I got a copy of it in UB Plus. Yeah, anniversary edition. They just released this.
No, I mean part 2.
They put a
still
teaser of
apparently
it in anniversary.
still working.
Yeah. They're still
So-
they're still doing it.
Still lying.
Yeah, exactly. But if that ever does come out, I think that might be it. Because I mean, I loved Remake, but I have zero desire to play part 2 at this point. Like, just really loved 7, but I'm not playing the second part of Remake.
I heard really good things about Anniversary Edition. I was wondering if you were ever interested in going back. I actually saw some of the reviews. People were like, this is really good.
It probably is, but you know me, I don't really replay games
Old
very
games
often.
over,
Like
yeah.
my playthrough is my playthrough. I don't need to really relive that. So, nah. There's plenty of new stuff I could actually be playing that I'm not. So, I'd rather do that.
NCAA.
Maybe we'll see Friday.
It's shocking
Maybe.
to me how many people continue to keep calling it NCAA, even
I
though it's
know,
a
right?
new brand and everything. Everybody's like, it's NCAA 25.
Pretty much.
Like,
It'll always be NCAA 25.
yeah,
It's not gonna
nobody
be college
nobody
football,
does that at
yeah.
all. Yeah.
Let's see. Stingray X says, with the status of games getting constant updates for a while now, do you feel the need to purposely wait maybe a few months to play them or just flow with the updates? With No Man's Sky major update today, for example, every time there's a major update to a game, I feel the need to make a new save to have that fresh experience, even if I've played it for dozens of hours already. Maybe it's an OCD thing, I'm not sure.
That's the Sean Capri special. Why are we playing games on day one?
Because I want to play
It
on
makes
day one.
sense. It makes
Yeah.
sense. If you wait, you always save money and get a better experience. The longer you wait.
But
As long as it takes me to play games, it doesn't matter. I'm going to be playing when the update hits anyway, so it's just going to make my current playthrough better. I don't need to wait.
yeah, this year has been that for me. It's like, oh, I don't have time to play it, so I have to wait to the update because I've just been so busy with everything else.
Problem is, if you wait too long, they'll just cancel the studio.
Yeah, that's that part.
That's a part of that too. They'll just shut the
There's
whole
that
fucking
part.
studio down. Like, well, nobody bought this game. You're gone. I do think there's actually some. I mean, I've said for a long time, if you can wait, you can fight the FOMO, and you don't need to be there, and you can wait. Like, it makes sense. Wait, just wait. You'll save so much in the long run. And so many games come out either unfinished or unpolished. You know, it just makes more sense. Like I've still yet to ever boot up Starfield. I well, for one, was never too interested in it, but like every time they announce an update, I just keep thinking to myself like it was smart that I never played it yet.
Yeah, you're gonna
know.
boot it up one day, but this game's amazing.
This game's fucking great. You
Yeah,
know,
like it wasn't 4 years ago.
yeah, that was more or less me with Cyberpunk. You know, and not every game is that. You know, there are a lot of games like I think NCAA is fine now. Like you should play that game now while everybody else is having fun with it. You want to be a part of that communal experience. But I do think there's like room for improvement, and it might get better. Right, and you'll save money. If you can wait.
Yep.
So
I don't play enough games for it really to matter that much to me. Typically, games that if I don't play it day one, I don't have enough interest in it, and I'm probably never gonna play it. So for me, if it's a game that I want to play, I'm probably gonna get it day one, and I'm gonna enjoy my play.
if I'm buying a
it
game
gets
on
better
day
later,
one,
doesn't matter.
I generally am playing it. Like really unless it's like a beloved thing that I just want to own, I'm generally playing it. Like I'm playing that game. That's why I'm buying it. Like I've really stopped like buying full price games that I'm not interested in playing. I don't do that like what Delvin does. Like I'll catch it later. There very much is that day one or not day one decision for me to make. Like, is this a day one game or is it not a day one game? If it's not a day one game, I'll catch it later. I'll get it down the road.
All of them are day one.
You know, like the new Sonic game, that's not a day one game for me. I'm not getting that on day one. I'll get it down the road.
That's because
That's an on sale game.
That's a Christmas gift for my son.
Exactly. Like I'll pick it up later. You know, there's several games like that. Like the Funko game. I'm probably not day one on the Funko game.
I am day one on the Funko
but I'm
game.
not day one on it.
We've talked about this.
Oh
yeah, you probably were going.
Listening.
It's got Child's Play in it. That's the only reason I'm just got Chucky in it.
He-Man is in it.
Yeah, there's a lot of IP in it.
Yeah, it's literally IP the game. That's what it
It's
is.
definitely up your alley then for sure. We know you're day one. You're day zero.
Also, for me, like I play so many games that I can't play them all on day one either. It's like there's a lot of games coming out, and a lot of games that I play are like really big games, right? So like, intuitively, may take me all the way to Star Wars, and Star Wars may get me all the way to Assassin's Creed or something. Like like there'll be lots of games that come out in between now and then that I just don't play because I'm playing other things. That's really been the story for me on Game Pass most of this year. There were lots of games that hit Game Pass that like I'm interested in. I just don't have any time to play any of them. You know, I was telling Sean last night, I tried to play Still Wakes the Deep. I started to get into it like 5 minutes, but it was a little slower than I wanted to be, and it just wasn't what I wanted at the moment.
I did try that one. And I
just put it on the shelf. I was like, I'll come back to this another time. You know, like this isn't what I'm wanting to do right now.
Yeah,
there's just too many options.
Actual work.
Like, yeah, there's too many options. I've got 1,000 options. Like, you know, it's got to be very specific.
Yep. All right. Last question before we get out of here. This is Yarden's question.
Clean water.
Says, 3 of these live and 1 is wiped from existence. So we have all video games, the NBA, clean water, the beloved Selma Hayek. One of these has to go away for all eternity.
Sorry,
so
Dev.
The other 3 can live.
Sorry, Dev.
Sorry, Dev.
Selma's gone.
No, Selma's gone. This isn't even a hard
Next.
question. This is easy.
For me,
I'm never
Selma's
gonna meet
gone.
her. I don't need her existence means little to me. She can be gone.
There's just a lot of fish in the sea. There's a lot of others.
There's always a
There's
chance.
a lot of others. But there's
Yeah.
no other
Water.
NBA. Like clean water seems really important in video games.
We're not gonna,
Yeah.
based off of the way this year's been going, we might not have clean water too much longer anyway.
Well, do we
I
have
mean,
clean water now?
That's
There's
true, but Selma
microplastics
Hayek
and
isn't
shit.
doing anything for you
Barely.
now, period.
Right.
Barely.
Yeah.
Yeah, Selma Hayek got to go because they would have just put some other hot chick in
Yeah.
all the other stuff she was in. So it's fine.
Other fish in the sea. It's an easy
Sorry,
question.
Selma, you got to go.
You had a great
Delvin-
run. It's been a great run.
Delvin's over here sacrificing clean water. It sounds like some Florida
I don't
shit.
need it.
This is
I don't
some
need
Florida shit.
You
I live
don't
in
need
Florida.
it.
Nothing in Florida. I've
do
never
need
had
it.
clean water.
You
I've
do
never had
need
it.
it.
I never had it, so I won't miss it.
Oh my
See,
God.
Tell
is
that to the people
Florida
in Flint,
shit.
Michigan.
This is why we can't vote for people in Florida.
Right.
Yeah.
He believes this. You hear this in his voice. He believes
We've
what he's
never
saying.
had clean water.
This isn't a bit. He's like, what do I need that for?
We never had it.
Wow.
I got a filter on my water tap, and they still come out looking like dirty. Fuck
Oh my
polluted
God.
water here.
You
Florida's
live in a
awful.
swamp.
Yeah,
It's true.
It's awful
You do
here.
live in a swamp.
I live in the place where the Ninja Turtles live at, the sewer of the United States. That's what Florida is.
Pretty sure the Ninja Turtles were in New York, but that's a whole different
Yeah,
conversation.
they were in the sewer, much like Florida.
American
Yeah.
sewer.
So Delvin is sacrificing clean water for the sake of Selma Hayek, ladies and gentlemen. Let the records show that. He wants you all to die so that Selma Hayek.
Who y'all? You all know. Damn, it's just me. I'm fine.
Like,
No,
I've
no.
got the Dusk Till Dawn
This is a
DVD.
world decision
I'm good to go.
Why is it a world decision? No, it's just me.
because clean water doesn't exist for anyone. If you get rid of it,
Clean water.
there's no clean water for anyone.
Ever.
So realistically, Selma Hayek probably doesn't exist because we've all died.
No, you got Dr. Pepper. You'll be fine.
No, you can't make Dr. Pepper without clean water.
No,
Correct.
you can. Carbonated water.
No, you have to clean. It has to be clean water.
No, you don't.
Get this man off my
Yes,
screen.
you do.
You can make
Get
carbonated
this
water
man.
like clean water.
Get him off the screen.
It's just water. It adds the color to the soda. That's all.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna kill him.
Oh,
It's really some Dr. Pepper.
oh, I hated that.
Okay.
I never wanted to hear that at all. I could have lived without that.
On that late note, ladies and gentlemen, it is almost 8:30. It is time for us to go. This is a short show. We hope you enjoyed all of our nonsense. And until next time, please play some video games. 'Cause me